Manga-Waido.
Hey, Miyabi. I heard you took over your parents' factory. What was it? Sheet metal?
It's mold manufacturing. We also handle plastic parts.
Is that profitable?
Well, thankfully we're doing pretty well. My name is Daiki Miyabi. I'm here today at a junior high school reunion. Oshima has always stood out since I was a student, and now that he's a working adult, he runs an investment consulting business.
Sometimes, I make 20 million yen in a month. Have you ever seen 20 million yen?
Probably not if it's in cash.
Cash? You've never done a deal for that kind of money, have you? Right, Yuri-chan?
What? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
The story how Miyami took over a rundown small factory.
Wow, you're the president? That's amazing.
Well, I guess.
What are you doing now, Yuri?
I'm a secretary now.
Huh? Yuri-san has always been good at looking after people, so this is the perfect job for you.
Well, how about doubling your current salary and becoming my secretary? I've got more clients and I'm super busy.
Sorry, I'm not thinking about changing jobs.
Huh. I bet Miyabi doesn't have the money to hire a secretary anyway. The factory goes under. I'll hire you out of pity?
I'll do my best to make sure that doesn't happen. Oshima made fun of me, but I take pride in my work. After that, I continue to work hard at my job. Then one day, I was told by my valued client, President Nishikawa, that there was someone he wanted me to meet, so I went to see him. Daiki, this is President Yokoyama, whom I spoke about on the phone. Nice to meet you. I'm Daiki Miyabi, the president. My name is Yokoyama. President Yokoyama is having trouble because he was suddenly forced to change the size of the parts. He said that he had asked a mold maker he was acquainted with to remake it, but they had refused on the grounds that they would not be able to meet the deadline. President Nishikawa, who had been consulted by President Yokoyama, had arranged for us to meet, saying that he thought we might be able to help. I understand. I'll call the person in charge immediately and discuss it with them. Are you sure? The other company was adamant that it was impossible. To be honest, it's also quite difficult for us. But since you seem to be having trouble, and above all, since an introduction from President Nishikawa, who has been so kind to us, we can't refuse. Thank you. I look forward to working with you. After discussing with the person in charge of mold design and adjusting the delivery date, we came to the conclusion that if we worked a few hours overtime a day, we would just about to make it in time. So we proceeded with the contract and the work at a rapid pace. As a result, we succeeded in meeting the delivery date without a hitch. Thank you so much. I will never forget this kindness. President Yokoyama was so happy that he almost cried, and President Nishikawa also thanked us, which made all the employees very happy. However, good things don't always last.
I'm sorry, but could you wait a little longer to pay?
The president of Muragishi Manufacturing, who had also been a customer since my father's time, has refused to pay for the parts. President Muragishi is always late with payments, and it's happened a lot before. But they've never been this late before. Guess I'm being taken for a fool. I contacted him every day, but he just kept dodging me.
We've known each other for a long time, so just wait a little longer.
But we also have to pay the raw materials company.
If you're not satisfied, do you want to stop doing business?
What?
There are plenty of other mold makers out there. We don't need to do business with your company, do we?
Muragishi Manufacturing is a major client, so it would be a significant blow if we had to stop doing business with them. In the end, a week after the due date, President Muragishi finally came to pay the bill.
Look, I brought it here myself. Aren't you satisfied now?
Yes. Thank you very much.
Then, I'll be counting on your next month as always.
Yes. I was feeling uneasy, but I hurried to the bank to make a transfer to the raw materials company. However, when I went through the procedure at the counter...
Please wait a moment while I check.
What? Oh, yes. I waited as I was told, and to my surprise, 15 minutes later,
It's the customer over there.
Several police officers surrounded me.
Excuse me, could we ask you a few questions?
What? As I was led into the police car, the officer said something outrageous, and I was left speechless.
Isn't the cash you deposited at the counter earlier stolen?
What? Apparently, this money was stolen from the home of a certain company president. It was originally a series of new bills, and the numbers of the stolen bills were worked out from the remaining numbers, and instructions were given to notify each bank and to report immediately if any were brought in.
That's a misunderstanding. This was just paid to me by a business partner. I didn't steal it. Who is this business partner?
It's President Morigishi of Morigishi Manufacturing. If you check, you'll see that it's clear. I then agreed to take part in a voluntary investigation in order to explain in detail how I was handed the bill. As a result, the investigation came to involve President Morigishi, and he confessed to being the thief, proving my innocence. Thanks to the police's quick investigation, I was released from the police station within a few hours. After that, I rushed to the police station to return the money to the original owner.
Thank you for your cooperation. This is the original owner, Kadara-san.
My name is Kadara. I apologize for the trouble I've caused you.
What? Yuri-san?
What? Miyabe?
The victim of the theft was Yuri-san's grandfather. It seems that he's the president of the company where Yuri-san works. So, you're your grandfather's secretary?
Yeah, I've been studying business while working as my grandfather's secretary in order to take over his business.
It's a strange coincidence that you two are classmates.
With the money returned, both President Kadara and Yuri-san seemed relieved, and so did I. But once things calmed down, my worries started to come back. What should I do? Now I can't make the payments. In the end, I canceled my personal fixed deposit and paid the supplier. But this is just a drop in the bucket. Morigishi Manufacturing, our major client, went bankrupt after the arrest of the company president. We lost a major source of income. If things continue like this, we'll go bankrupt too. We have to do something. One day, Yuri-san delivered some sweets to my office as a thank you for the other day. You didn't have to go to the trouble. Thank you.
Don't mention it. My grandfather really likes you, so take some of our new products with you.
It looks delicious. Well, I'll have some later.
You don't look too good. Are you okay?
What?
Did something happen with the money you returned to me?
As expected of Yuri-san, the granddaughter of a business owner, she's sharp. Well, actually, when I told her that we were in a pinch due to Morigishi Manufacturing going bankrupt, Yuri-san's face became even more gloomy. But it's okay. I'll work hard to get back on my feet.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah. Thanks for your concern. You've cheered me up.
If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Just those words are enough. Having said that, of course, this was just bravado. I sat down with my employees and thought about things, but I couldn't come up with any good ideas that would immediately make a difference, and a dark mood descended over the factory. That's when it happened. Yuri-san appeared at our company again.
I'm sorry to bother you when you're so busy. My grandfather really wants to meet and talk to you.
Thank you so much for your help the other day, Miyabi. Actually, I have a very important matter I'd like to discuss with you.
What? President Kadara heard about our situation from Yuri-san and immediately researched our financial situation and reputation for our business partners. As a result, he found that our factory had skilled craftsmen and highly quality products, and he decided that our future prospects were promising.
You're a benefactor, and above all, this company is worth the financial support. Besides, if it's okay, I'd like to teach you about management. You seem like a pretty gullible person losing out in various ways, so...
Yes, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I am aware of it. So, I'm grateful for the offer. But are you sure it's okay?
My grandpa was really happy that you didn't hesitate to return the money when you found out it was stolen, even though you needed it.
You are an honest and pleasant young man, which is rare these days. I think it would be a loss to society if your factory were to go under.
President Kadara.
If it's not a burden, let me help you.
Thank you very much. I look forward to working with you. Thanks to President Kadara's financial support and the introduction of several companies he knew,
We were able to pull ourselves out of the crisis in about 6 months and stabilize our business afterwards. This is all thanks to President Kadara's guidance. Thank you. Thanks to the president, we turned things around.
No. It's because of the high quality of your products.
As a matter of fact, we'd like to ask you to make a mold for us.
I'm thinking of giving out sweets to celebrate our 50th anniversary to our business partners. And I'd like to ask you for the molds.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
How about it?
Yes, I'd be happy to help. When the sweets made using our molds were distributed at a celebratory party, the quality of the molds was also highly praised by the confectionery industry, resulting in orders pouring in. We achieved record sales. At one point, I thought we were going to go bankrupt, but now the factory is busy working at full capacity. I really can't thank President Kadara enough.
Miyabe, you finally returned to your usual cheerful self.
What? Was I really that gloomy?
Yeah, you look so pale, like you were about to collapse at any moment.
I'm so embarrassed. Just as we were talking like that, a familiar face appeared. It was Oshima, who had called our factory a shabby little workshop at the class reunion.
It's Miyabi and Yuri-chan? Are you on a date?
No, it's not like that.
Of course I know. That's right, Yuri-chan. We're going to get together with some of our fellow investors. Why don't you come with us?
I'm not going.
You're so quick with the blade. I'll tell you about a good money-making scheme.
I'm not interested in investing. Besides, I enjoyed talking with Miyabe.
Huh? What's so good about a dull guy like this?
If you think he's dull, then you still have a long way to go before you can call yourself a good judge of character, Oshima.
What? Just because you're a little pretty doesn't mean you can get away with acting like you're better than everyone else.
Stop it! Don't be so rude to Kadara-san.
Humph. Well, you poor people should get along together. See you. I'm off to have lunch at a first-class hotel now.
Later, perhaps out of spite. Oshima made a big deal of it on his social networking site, saying, "It seems that Miyabi was arrested by police for theft. Apparently, a senior from my junior high school was at the bank where I was taken into custody by police, and he told Oshima the whole story. I immediately wrote about the whole story in Oshima's post and told him to delete it because it was completely untrue. However, Oshima didn't listen and said, "But it's a fact that you were taken into custody, right?"
I had no idea that happened.
"Yeah, my classmates are all talking about me." Kadara-san, are you the type who doesn't use social networking sites by any chance?
I don't like the internet.
Apparently, Yuri-san was brought up too well. It doesn't have the same lifestyle habits as us ordinary people. And as I was asked, I showed Oshima's account.
I can't believe this!
What? Yuri-san with an angry look on her face I've never seen before.
Talking about Miyabe as if he was a criminal.
That's right. It's terrible.
Let's sue him for defamation right now. Depending on the situation, I'll crush him thoroughly until just looking at social media makes Oshima feel nauseous.
Yeah. Thanks. Yuri-san is usually so calm, but she's scared when she gets angry. Yuri-san immediately contacted her company's legal advisor and got through to a lawyer who specializes in online defamation. There was no reason for me to not do anything after all this, so we visited Oshima's office together with our lawyer. If you continue to spread these groundless rumors, we'll see you in court next time.
Be prepared, Oshima!
What the hell? Are you serious? Damn it, fine.
In this way, Oshima deleted the false post and signed a written pledge to the effect that he would never do anything like this again, and that if he did, he would pay a suitable amount of compensation for damages. If it had been just me, I probably wouldn't have been able to take action so quickly. Thank you so much, Kadara-san.
I'm glad. It's a good feeling to be able to help someone you like. Actually, I've liked you for a long time.
What? Really?
Yeah, I was really happy to see you again at the class reunion and to meet you again regarding my grandpa. It's a bit cliche, but I felt like it was fate.
I, liked you since I was a student, so it made me really happy to see you again too.
No way. So we've liked each other after all this time?
It seems so. I've liked you since junior high school.
Me too.
That's amazing! I never thought something like that would happen.
Yeah.
I know I was beating around the bush for a while, but will you go out with me, Kataru-san?
Yeah, of course. Oh, it's like a dream.
And so, we became a couple. At a later date,
I can't wait to meet my great-grandchildren.
President! Aren't you being a little too forward?
Live long, Grandpa, for the sake of your cute grandchildren.
Even you, Yuri-san? But I will definitely make Yuri-san happy.
Alright, I'm counting on you.
About Oshima, after that, he approached celebrities with investment proposals and collected a large amount of money, but he was unable to provide the promised returns, and he was sued as a result. Not only that, but...
Next up is the news.
What? Oshima? Apparently, Oshima was running an investment consulting business without a license, and this was the reason for his arrest. I never thought I'd be watching the news of my classmate's arrest on TV while visiting a business partner.
This is what happens when you try to make money without working for it. What a fool he was.
You're right.
You're a diligent and reliable person, Daiki. I have high hopes for you in the future.
I'm very grateful and I'll work hard. I'll keep working hard with a renewed sense of purpose.